just when life was going so well, here we are again playing Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, the recent fan fest and seeing all the Evercool content and kind of the hype from that kind of got me back into this again. So here we are back in Final Fantasy 14 land, just leveling things casually and preparing, basically just preparing for the new expansion in a few months. You know, I mean, I say a few months, it's like several months, right? I don't know. We've got like 5 months until the expansion, I think. So at my current pace of free time and how much I have to give to this, that's a good amount of time for me, to be honest. I have a lot of leveling up to do, all my jobs that I want to play, all my crafting and gathering, trying to repair all those things, and then I'd like to try and do some ultimates as well if I have some time. I've not done any of the ultimates, so probably just start from the beginning and just go through, like, you know, Ukob and T, and then Uwu, and then what's the next one again? The one after Uwu, it's I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, kind of go in a sequence of those if I have time, just in Party Finder or something. So yeah, I suppose the checklist of things really is in terms of jobs. I think I've already decided on the jobs I'm gonna main. I'm probably gonna be one of each role at least. So I don't want to just only be DPS, only be tank. You know, I kind of want to have, like, you know, at least one of every single role in my repertoire. So for tank, it's looking like Dark Knight. For physical DPS, for melee DPS, it's looking like Ninja Viper, maybe Ninja Dragoon. Sorry, yeah, Ninja Dragoon. For healer, it's looking like White Mage, and then for magical DPS, it's looking like Summoner Red Mage, maybe. And then for Fizz DPS, it'll probably be the new one, because I don't like any of the current ones. Dancer, Machinist, and Bot are all super boring for me, so I'm hoping the new Fizz DPS, the new Fizz ranged is a good one. So that's looking like the lineup. I'll probably be like a melee DPS main, because that's kind of what I've always been in my raiding experience, Savage experience. Ninja was my kind of main, and I've got the most experience on it, so I'll probably continue that, because I do find Ninja pretty natural and pretty fun. So I'll probably still play Ninja with Dragoon as like a secondary option. If there's already a Ninja in the group, I'll play Dragoon, and then if we need like a tank or a healer or something for PF, then I'll play Dark Knight or White Mage. Because sometimes, you know, you're forming a group and you're getting a static, and if you don't have a full static, you're forming a group, you sometimes have to just fill whatever you can to get it going. Otherwise you end up spending like 2 hours per night sitting in Party Finder waiting to find people. So in the kind of interest of efficiency and just getting things done, you know, like, it's easier if someone can just flex, and usually, you know, you're always missing a healer, you're missing a tank, so I don't mind just filling in whatever's needed when it comes to like raiding and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think I'll have one of each different role in there, so, you know, that's kind of my plan for that. And then crafting and gathering, just gonna level everything slowly over time, just take my time with that. I've got enough time, no rush. And then yeah, so that's pretty much the plan for this one, I think. I'm not really interested in much else in terms of content, like collecting things and stuff. Not really interested in PvP. It's pretty much just a kind of return to PvE and maybe building back up to like hardcore PvP and Savage and Ultimates. But in the meantime, just casually sort of leveling things up and just enjoying the game. And I think this is kind of, I don't know, I was doing this dungeon and I kind of realized, damn, you know, this is such a fantastic game. You know, every time I go and play this, just doing leveling roulettes and then coming into random dungeons like this, and I remember how good these are, how cool the theme is, you know, even if it is just a corridor, you know, even if it is just like a walking from one end to another in a corridor, in terms of the sequence of it, the way that they've designed everything and the monsters and enemies is just so amazing, isn't it? All it really needs is a little bit more freedom in terms of where you can go in the dungeon, and it would be perfect. Because I think that's kind of one of the main issues people mention, right? It's like dungeons just being straight lines essentially that you just walk down. So I kind of agree with that a little bit. It is a little bit kind of boring that every single dungeon is the same. Every single dungeon is like 2 packs, boss, 3 packs, boss, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's just such a cool dungeon, this one, actually. The great Google library. The soundtrack's insane. The bosses are cool. But yeah, after playing this for a while, it's more, you kind of notice more how addictive the game can be. You know, after being away from it for a while, really, really strongly notice how productivity is impacted when playing these kind of things. Like, all of a sudden, I want to spend all my free time on this, you know. It's like everything else goes out the window, and it's like, damn, I want to just log in and just, you know, even just logging in and standing doing nothing is like, ooh, you know, it's kind of like strangely enjoyable just to walk around and do nothing really and just be in the world. So something to be careful of, something to watch out for. But yeah, after being away from it for a while, it's like 10 times more powerful, you know. It's like not having sugar, you know. It's like not having sugar for a month, and then you come back and then suddenly sugar is like the most intense flavor ever. Kind of similar to that.